everybody. Welcome to Carry On Accessibility. This week it's about to finish World Glaucoma Week. And also, Carry On Accessibility, we just passed 3,000 subscribers, but we'll celebrate that later on during this live stream. I have glaucoma, and my guest today is my sister Gwen. We both have glaucoma, and we will talk about what it is and some of our experiences with glaucoma. If you have an eye condition and you want to share, let us know in the live chat. Tell us all about it. And we both have something called aniridia syndrome, which is the absence or the lack of an iris, and that also causes the underdevelopment of the rest of the eye. It's technically a syndrome, so it comes with conditions, and which includes glaucoma. But happy Friday, everybody! Hi, Gwen. How are you?
Hi, happy Friday. Trying to shrug off the work week and get into the happy Friday mode here.
Yeah. Awesome. So we have a lot of people in the live chat. Hi, everybody. We'll get to you guys in just a few minutes. First, I think let's just talk about what is glaucoma. Gwen, did you want to take that away?
Yeah, so glaucoma is actually not just one condition. It's actually a word for different situations or different eye conditions where the optic nerve becomes damaged. And basically, the optic nerve is what connects our eye to our brain. So whatever our eyes pick up and whatever we're looking at, it goes through the optic nerve, and so that our brain can kind of translate or understand what we're seeing. So it's just very key to the whole being able to see part. So when we have glaucoma, whatever kind of glaucoma you have, your eye pressure is elevated. The front of our eyes have different fluids that bring nutrients and also make the shape of our eyes the way they are. And these are supposed to drain naturally and continue to come in and out. Basically, it's a continuous cycle. But when we have glaucoma, for one reason or another, that process kind of isn't happening. The fluid isn't able to drain properly. This is the most likely scenario, and so it squeezes everything. Everything is pressed. Everything is super high pressure.
Ow.
Yeah. Really, it is. Ow. And so everything is tight. And this causes, the blood vessels in our eyes to also be like squeezed. Blood can't flow through the optic nerve, and so that's kind of how the optic nerve gets damaged. And at the same time, the optic nerve is also being squished because of the building pressure. So that's basically what glaucoma is when your optic nerve gets damaged.
Something that I just learned, was it yesterday? Gwen told me because she's become a bit of an expert of
Oh,
this from a little bit of research.
lived experience expert, yes.
But it's the leading cause of preventative blindness. So it's not the leading cause of blindness, but something that could be prevented.
Yeah, the leading cause of one of preventable blindness.
Preventable? Prevent?
Yeah,
What did
you
I
can
say?
prevent it. It
Okay,
is
there you
literally.
go. Okay.
It's not preventative blindness. Preventative blindness, I think, would be like, your blindness prevents you from doing things or something from happening. But
Okay.
yeah,
Preventable. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Okay.
It's Friday, guys. Yeah.
Words
Um,
are hard.
so So yeah, basically, glaucoma is that. It is a leading cause of preventable blindness. And because one of the things that happen is you don't necessarily know right away that glaucoma is a problem. So it's not obvious. You don't have symptoms right away. Um, so it could be like very slow. It could just be a very slow draining, and your pressure goes up and down, and then kind of is okay for a while. So basically, because of that, because the symptoms aren't obvious right away, um, that doesn't necessarily mean damage isn't is damage is happening, even though you can't feel it or you can't sense it right away. Damage is happening. So literally, it could be prevented if you're getting regular eye checks,
Mhm.
getting your pressure checked, like the whole thing, and then it could be detected. Hey, this is not normal. Your kind of pressure is elevated. Let's look into this, and then you can kind of see. But yeah, glaucoma. Um, the damage that glaucoma can do definitely will cause vision problems, and also sorry. Sorry, so like it starts with your peripheral vision, so your side, and for some people the other eye just compensates, so they may lose a little bit of of their right eye, but their other eye is compensating, so they're not realizing that they're having vision problems right away. um so that's another reason why people don't realize they have it. And the regular eye check that World Glaucoma Association is really like, encouraging during World Glaucoma Week is that's kind of the reasons behind that.
Gotcha. And then in our notes here, it we wrote we can prevent or further vision loss.
Right.
You can't get the vision back if you have lost it because of glaucoma.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, you can prevent it. It's not We don't have a cure for it.
Mhm.
There's treatments available for it. Definitely need to like continue monitoring it. So yeah, it's one of those things where if you keep monitoring it, if you treating it and doing your best to um, you know, just to take care of your eyes, um, you could really prevent further vision loss.
Mhm.
But you know, once the damage to your optic nerve happens, you can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, Coda mentioned in the live chat that this is she doesn't have it, but she
Mm,
gets her pressure checked for glaucoma, and that's something important. Even before I developed glaucoma, uh, we used to check it every 6 months. I think was that
yeah.
right? Because it was in the family, and because of aniridia, you're prone. You could you're at a higher risk of developing glaucoma.
Yep.
And then there's two different types or three different types, or there's a couple different types of
Yeah,
glaucoma.
there's a few different types, and I'm not gonna be Dr. Gwen on Friday. um, this is just a like, what is this all about? Let's Google this and let's kind of get more info and watch some YouTube videos on this, so yeah, so there's a few different types. So like the main category is like primary, secondary, and like childhood. And then they're kind of umbrellas. And primary glaucoma just kind of means it's kind of the primary eye condition. And then within that, there's the primary open angle glaucoma, um, POAG, Sorry, once it starts with all the letters and things, um, yeah, it could get confusing. But yeah, so primary open angle glaucoma means that there's something going on with, like I mentioned, we have fluids going in and out of our eyes. That's how it's supposed to be. But for primary open angle glaucoma, the channels or the tubes where the fluids are supposed to drain, that's the problem. They're kind of blocked or small, or there's an issue with them. So the
Yeah.
opening
Mhm.
is there, but the tubes themselves or the channels themselves are having a hard time. That makes sense? Did I
Yeah,
explain
I
that
think
right?
so. And then so you and I, we have secondary closing glaucoma.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what we have.
yeah. So the
Basically,
the
it's very difficult for any of the fluid to drain.
yeah, so
Um,
the opening is actually closed.
oh, okay. So the opening is actually closed, so that's why it can't drain.
Yeah, because exactly. Well, the secondary part means that another medical issue, whether it's an eye issue or like another thing, another problem that you have, like medically, that's causing the glaucoma. So that's the
Mhm,
secondary part. So for us, the like Carrie said, like our aniridia is causing the glaucoma. So that's the secondary part of our us having glaucoma. But the closed part is because like of the way your eye is actually shaped, like anatomically, and the way things are positioned in your eye, and the opening to those channels are basically being blocked, like because of the shape of your eye. The
mhm,
angle is
mhm.
closed. That's why it's
Yeah.
closure angle. Sure, I'm getting everything correct. And yes,
No.
so
And
mhm,
so I think we can move on to basically our experience with glaucoma.
yeah.
And the first thing that we have written here is
Uh,
that um I didn't write this. I think this was you. This was totally you. You put
ah,
glaucoma sucks.
yes. Yeah, that's me on a Thursday and me trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. But yes, glaucoma does. Yeah, it's. I think it's just not fun.
It's
Um,
not. No, it's not fun.
like I
Um
was telling her, it
it,
it definitely showed up, you know, for the live stream
oh yeah.
for me. I came on the live stream and I said, "Huh,
It
my
just
glaucoma
decided to
showed up."
join us
It's
today.
decided to join us.
Like, "Oh,
Uh,
you're talking about me?
yes.
Hello."
I'm just now gonna present myself so that you have a very accurate, way of talking about me on a Friday on a live stream. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
It can
glaucoma is terrible.
it can
Um,
cause, just physical pain,
yeah,
and, like, headaches
yeah.
and, eye pain, um, and, like, when your pressure is really high, you'll feel it. I don't know about you, but I start like, if it's really high, I'll start feeling nauseous
Oh
even.
yeah.
Um, and then my vision will go really crazy, like, um sometimes it'll just like everything will just blur. Like I can't even if it's pretty high, I can't even open my eyes. I remember when I first got glaucoma, I thought I was having migraines.
Oh,
And then mom took me to the what's the what's the brain doctor called? The neurologist.
the brain doctor.
Sorry, I don't know words.
That's why you guys should definitely be listening to every word of our diagnosis and our medical expertise. Yes. So she took you to the brain doctor. Mhm.
and, and they were trying to diagnose me, and I'm like, well, like my head just really hurts. Like I remember being in school, and
Yeah.
like I would go to the nurse, and okay, there were plenty of times where I would try to hide at the nurse's station.
Uh-huh.
But, like, these
Confession
were
time.
actually real. Like, I could not think, I couldn't, like, process things. I was in, like, a lot of pain, and, like, anytime I opened my eyes, like, it was so bright. Everything was so bright,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
could, like, barely see anything. And then so I don't know who thought of it. It was probably dad. I was
Probably,
like,
I'm sure
"Oh."
it was.
Yeah, it was probably dad, and "You should go to the eye doctor." And
Yeah.
so mom called, and they're like, "Yeah, you come in right now."
Oh, yeah.
And so we traveled, I think, like was it an hour to get there to our
Yeah, because this is
yeah.
New York, right? So
No,
everything
New Jersey, New
New
Jersey.
Jersey?
Mhm, this was New Jersey for me.
So wait, you didn't get your eye checked, like,
No, I got
for
my eye
glaucoma
checked. I
with
did get my eye checked, but it was in between checks that I started feeling that.
but, like, when you were younger, like, when you lived in New York, like, you didn't
I didn't have
you don't
glaucoma yet.
remember? You don't remember? Okay.
They would check my pressure, but I did not have glaucoma yet.
Mm, okay. Well, I can't remember when I I can't remember when I did not have glaucoma. Is it just that I'm that old, or
It
I don't
could
know.
be that.
It could be that. That could be a whole other brain thing. Um, so okay, so you actually they actually I didn't realize that was all the way in New Jersey.
Yeah, that was
That
in
you
New
were
Jersey, and that was Doctor Seawolf. Mhm. Mm,
no, you
yeah.
had to have checks
No,
before Dr. Seawold.
I had checks. Aren't you listening? I had
I am.
checks. I did not have glaucoma, even though they checked me. I
Okay,
developed it.
I believe you.
We're
I'm just
having a family dispute, like, in the middle of the live stream.
I'm just going to take your word for it because I yeah, I thought, I always remember it. Like it's something I don't like to really remember. Like eye doctor visits. But because at like one point I don't remember like if you I don't remember if you remember, but at one point we would go to like a where was that where we would it was like a medical school or something, and there
Was
would
that
be
in
a
New York?
yeah, I
Because
really yes.
I don't remember it really well because I was pretty young. I just
Yeah.
remember there were, like, dark everything was they would make things dark.
Mhm,
I'm like,
mhm.
"Mom, where do we go?"
No, but I just remember, like, there would be, like, 15 different people would look at us, would look at our eyes,
Mhm.
and they would be like, "Oh, you wanna take a look too?" And then the next
Oh,
person,
yeah.
"Oh,
I mean, they
you
do
too?"
that now.
I
Yeah.
know, but just when you're younger and you're small and, like, you have all these people just, like, "Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I've never seen that before." Um, yeah, so anyway, okay.
Yeah,
So I take
and
your word for it. You got glaucoma when we were in New Jersey.
I remember vividly, I was 16. Mm.
Really?
Yeah, I was 16 when I developed it. I remember. It's the w s I only remember a few things,
Mhm.
granted, okay, I'll give you that, but I do remember this.
Okay. I believe you.
And so, one of the things, that one treatment for glaucoma, again, it's not a cure, is eye drops, and I take a lot of eye drops. I think you do too? How many eye drops do you take right now?
2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is
I take
probably not enough because honestly,
I take 4.
honestly the whole week, because I was doing research on this, because of my curiosity and the live stream and everything. The whole week I was thinking, you know what? I really need to set in my appointment. So uh to update this medication and everything but yeah, maybe on Monday.
I'll put it on Asana for you. No, just kidding.
Put it on my to-do list. That'd be like great. uh,
Yeah. Another thing that you put, in our notes is that you would get blackouts. You wanna explain that?
yeah, I mean, like, when you say everything is just so bright,
Mhm.
everything is just so bright that it's almost like I don't want to look at it, so even if my eyes are open, it's like
Yeah.
it just kind of goes dark, or my eyes just kind of roll up or to the side or something where I'm just like nothing is really fully in focus, and it just kind of everything just kind of darkens. Um,
Mm. So
and it's weird. It's a
when it's
weird feeling.
really bad, um, for me, like, I kind of have this thing where I close my eyes, and then when I open them,
Mm.
all I see is I feel like I'm blind, like, I don't see anything, and then it kind of like you know how videos, they kind of fade
Yes.
from black to,
Yeah.
like, color or
Yes.
whatever image it is? That's kinda
Yes.
how it feels like it slowly fades in, and I'm like for a minute, for, like, a couple seconds, I'm like, "Oh my
Same.
gosh, like, I've gone completely blind." Ah, but it's just, like, the pressure being really high.
Yeah,
Um
that's actually, I'm gonna have a cough drop before I start. Excuse me.
Yeah, and so there are, also sometimes you get sparks.
Yep.
I think I get sparks too. It just feels like kind of like it feels like something's flashing. And so for me, this is one thing that I talk about frequently about, dark mode not being a preference because a lot of people see it as that, but for me, it's really something that I need accessibility-wise because a lot of, like I'm really light sensitive because of the glaucoma. Um, well, there's also other factors that make me light sensitive, right? Like with aniridia and the pupils being dilated, but like glaucoma also plays a part in that, making me really light sensitive, and it's just feels oh no, Gwen is gone. We don't know what happened with Gwen, but that's okay. We'll continue. Hopefully she fixes her technical issue. I'm sure she'll call me if she can't. But otherwise, what I was gonna say is uh it's something that I really need. Like, I can't look at a screen that has black text on a white background. Like, I can, but, like, it physically causes me, pain. It physically causes my eyes, to be fatigued and strained. Like, I have to look away from it, and even when it's not just white, but when it's, like, a bright, super saturated blue or orange, like, those, like, just I feel like it's blasting into my eyes. It's really, just very, very uncomfortable. I don't know if other people, whether you have glaucoma or not, if, it's something that, you can empathize with or, like, that you can understand. Yeah,
I'm back.
hi, she's back,
Hi,
yay,
I'm back. It
she
wasn't
fixed it.
technical.
Oh, okay,
No,
good.
no, it wasn't technical. It was
Oh,
actually like, I don't know, I got something in my throat and then just didn't want to like be super loud on here. So had to
oh.
get my cough drop, my coffee, and take a breath so
It's
I
all
can
good.
talk again. But yeah, I heard some of the things you were talking about where the colors just feel like they're blasting,
Mhm,
and like the super sensitivity to bright things and light. And I think I left off when you were talking about like on a video where things fade
mhm.
or where things kind of come into focus.
Yeah, they fade from black into the image that
So I think that's what I was
yeah.
trying to describe. Like,
Okay.
so like, when you open like when you say you close your eyes and then you open it again and it's from dark to like it slowly starts coming in like all the colors. So for
Yeah.
me it like I get like moments where it's the other way around. Where
Oh,
I
really?
am my eyes are open. I am looking at something and then it like fades in like that. It's just kind of fades out. Like what I'm looking at fades out. And it only
Mhm.
happens for, not very long, like not like, I oh my goodness, I can't see anything. Like it kind of fades out and fades back in
I
and
see.
starts focusing again. Um
Hmm.
so yeah, so I experienced the same very similar things with when you open your eyes. I
Oh, so it's kind of backwards for the two of us.
think for me it happens both ways.
Mm.
I was just trying
Okay,
to figure out like how to describe that.
gotcha. Yeah.
Exactly.
What are you eating?
I had to get a cough drop. No.
Oh, okay. It sounds like you're eating something. I'm like, oh, what
Yes,
is it?
I need. Okay, yeah. Hey guys, where's the hot sauce? Is this
Oh
like
no,
the routine? So I
it
need
has.
my ice cream and my hot sauce and what else? Sushi, hot ice cream, hot sauce, and just
Ice
the.
cream, hot sauce, and sushi. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay. We're
Is
not
that
at the
what we're
after
missing?
party yet. What is it like? There's some channels they have like a like LTT has a podcast called The
Mhm.
Wayne Show, and then like at the end they have like Wayne After Dark. We should have like a Koa After Dark or something similar.
That yeah, I don't know. After dark.
I'm not
Okay.
After Dark. Okay, something else, but similar.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, I was just about to talk about how you could get surgery,
Oh.
and um that's another treatment that comes with a lot of risks as well. Like people have put what do you call it, those shunts in their eye to try to regulate the pressure, and
Mhm.
this is what Dr. Treadwell has wanted me to do,
Mhm.
but I'm too afraid to actually do it because there is a chance that you could lose the vision, and um but it's also really important to keep your pressure down. So you have to make sure that you take all your drops when
Mm.
you're supposed to take them.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
talking to
Yep.
myself and to Gwen as
Yep.
well.
Wait,
Uh,
what are you trying to say? Yeah.
and if you're taking some type of pill like Diamox, which is something that I take as well, or acetazolamide. I remember the generic name. Um,
Wow.
if those are things that the doctor has prescribed, make sure you take them to keep your pressure down. Yeah, there have been very successful ones, surgeries, but there have also been ones that aren't as successful. So, yeah.
Well, before we go further into the like treatment and stuff,
Okay.
going back to like the like like some of the symptoms that
Hmm.
experience, I have that too, the like extreme headaches. And I was gonna say, like when you were talking about your headaches, you feel really nauseous. I experienced that too. And also like when we have this in it's nighttime and you're laying down, I can't lay down. Like I have to sit up and take my medicine or take additional headache stuff, and like wait for the pressure to go down before I can actually be more flat. Like I have to be
Mm,
sitting up.
yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever experienced that?
Yes. Yes. It's like laying down, you would think that it would make you feel better because you're laying down, but no, you kind of have to be like elevated
Yeah.
because it makes your pressure you go even higher. Um,
Yes.
I don't know if it actually does, but it makes it feel worse. Whatever it is, it makes it feel a lot worse. To like lay down. Yeah,
Yes.
until you put like a whole bunch of
A
pillows or
whole bunch of
something.
pillows. Yes.
But I can't do that all the time. But, like, if my pressure is high, that's something that
Yeah.
could help.
And that's what you want to avoid because, the more you're experiencing that, the more your optic nerve is like, getting damaged from the lack of blood supply and from the whole experience. But yeah, I hate those. Um thankfully,
Mm,
I don't have a lot of like, it doesn't happen, like for me, it doesn't happen, like, every day, every night,
no,
or anything like that,
me
but it
either.
could happen, like, kind of like a few days. Like, I would have 2 or 3
Mhm.
days where I feel like my pressure is really high, and it's taking like, even when I'm taking my medication, like, even when I'm, you know, not trying not to strain my eye too much, like, it's a streak of 2 or 3 days, and then finally it calms down. What about you?
I feel the same. You could do, um it could just be one day, or it
Mhm,
could be a couple of days,
mhm.
but it's definitely not, like, every day. It could go many, like, it could be many weeks or many days in between, you know?
Yes.
Uh, Tough Beefong said
Mhm.
that, when he had glaucoma, uh, the headaches were so bad that he was throwing up.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
he had glaucoma too.
Mhm.
Now, see, like, on my left eye, I'm not really, like, see, I don't have vision in my left eye anymore, so when they treat the glaucoma for that,
Mhm.
it's just for the pain, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing more, like, they can do because,
Mm.
you know, it's just pain management.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
to put the pressure down, but it's not
Mhm.
to prevent anything else from happening. It's just pain management now.
So I'm just really curious, actually, for your left eye, do you see light?
My left eye?
Yeah, or is it
So,
completely nothing? I'm just
like, actually,
wondering.
it's really nothing. It used to be. And here's the I don't know if would I be jumping
No, go ahead. Just go.
forward? 'Cause,
Yeah.
I can't even remember, like, 1918, I had surgery on my left eye to remove the cataracts, to remove the lens with the cloudy cataracts and everything.
Mm. Mhm.
And for us, for everyone, for other people, cataract removal could be very simple. You could be
Yeah.
like laser, right? For us, it's a whole.
I love it whenever they go, "Well, I had cataract surgery,
Uh
and
huh.
it really helped me," or "My
Yes.
grandmother," or "My
Mhm.
mother-in-law."
Yep. Well,
Like,
it's not the
it's
same
not
case
that
for us. Yeah.
simple.
I mean, if it was, hey, let's go get it done, and yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously wouldn't be like, "No, I don't want a surgery that would make me completely better." Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I had surgery to remove my lens, to clear my cataracts, all that good stuff. But because the optic nerve was already severely damaged, even though the surgery was they literally told me, like, textbook perfect, like, he went very smoothly, nothing, no complications. Um So before the surgery, I was actually seeing like light. If I close my right eye, I could kind of still see light. And, like, if you wave your hand, I can kind of tell that. I can
Mhm.
do the on and off thing at the doctor. After the surgery, I I can I can't see anymore.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
okay.
they said this the optic nerve was damaged. So even though it was great,
Yeah,
like, it just there wasn't yeah. There wasn't
yeah.
anything they can do about the optic nerve.
Carl says, "I have a stent in one eye, and it helps some, but most of the damage was already done."
Right.
Yeah. Um, I had surgery on my left eye, because well, I kind of held it off for a while, even though
Mm,
they kinda wanted me to do it, um, I was it was the glaucoma, but it was also, "Oh, we could totally remove the cataract."
mhm,
And I was like, "Well, look at what happened to dad, look at what happened to you." And I was just like, "No, I'm not gonna do it,"
yeah,
until I started seeing, like, this just random blob in the middle of my vision. I
Mm,
do you remember me telling you
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It was just like this brown, weird, reddish brown, like, haze, and then later it became, like, a couple of them, like, a couple different ones, and then
Oh,
it got larger,
yeah.
and then I started feeling, like, pain. It started
Mhm.
really hurting, like, a lot, and then they actually did the surgery to remove it because what happened is my lens was
Ouch.
completely detached,
Yeah.
and, it was basically floating in the liquid of my eye,
Mhm.
um, n and so they had to remove it because it was, like, causing bacteria or something that was
It was
causing.
leaking protein
Yeah,
and
yeah, it was
bacteria.
leaking protein, and it was causing an infection, basically,
Yeah.
and so they had to take it out. They had to do a oh gosh, I'm not going to say the name because it's very close to, like, another procedure, and I don't wanna mix them up. Where they take all the liquid out of the eye, and then, like, replace it with something else,
Yeah.
and so that's what they did, and, they were actually saying, "It could actually improve your vision,"
Mm.
and so, like, with my left eye, I can see, like, light and, like, some super vague, blurry shapes, but, like, I can't read any text no matter how big it is. I could see, like, colors though, like, that's about it, but it'll, like, be very blurry colors. It looks really like when you take an image and then you just apply to a lot of blur to it, you know? That's kind of
Hmm.
how it looks like.
But you can still but it's still light,
Yeah,
like
it's still light.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so before the surgery for me, I feel like mine was probably worse than that, but I could still see, like, when the light turns on and when the light turns off. Now
Mm.
now when I close my right eye and, I just open my left eye, at first, it's, like, imaginary. At first, it thinks it can see the light, and then it just slowly, like, goes dark.
Oh, it thinks it can.
Like, for real, like, 'cause it's
Oh.
almost like a screen that absorbs the light or something,
Hmm.
and then it just goes black.
Yeah.
So for a minute or 2, yeah. So
Coda says, "I'm totally blind in my left eye where I see nothing at all. My right eye, I see light and some shadows if the contrast is good enough.
hmm,
There's a noticeable difference." Yeah. Um, I like, I don't know, my left eye is I don't know, it might get that wor or that bad, we'll see. They want to do the same surgery on my right eye, and I'm like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait a
no,
second.
yeah,
Wait a second."
that's yeah,
It might
exactly.
it might just happen what happened to my left eye, but then again, like, the lens could detach again and something, and then I'll still have to do it, but God willing, I wanna keep the vision that I do have for as long as I can. So there you go.
Um, yeah.
Tough B Funk says, "I had a glaucoma in my right eye. I had
Mm.
surgery on it to lower the blood the pressure. Um, after that surgery, my eye was no longer capable of perceiving light." Yeah.
So, yeah,
Mm.
that's like I feel like that really sounds like what I experienced. Cause after my surgery, like, no matter how on or off, like, even I wore the patch,
I remember
and I
vaguely.
just really, I couldn't I couldn't do any more light. It was all tricking me. Like, it really is. It's like a trick because when you first close your eye, you might the first few seconds or a minute even, it feels like you can see the light, but I can't.
Mm.
So, um, eye drops, surgery, um, and yeah, like, I wanted to talk about, like, for our other family. with and our battle with glaucoma too. Um, because like for us, even though our main thing is aniridia, um, besides that, I feel like, how did I put it? Where
The
glaucoma.
reason why a lot of, our family members with aniridia lost their vision is because of glaucoma. It wasn't just because of the aniridia by itself.
Right.
It was the glaucoma, w it couldn't be controlled, like, the pressure wasn't monitored or it just couldn't be kept down, and that's was the, like, the cause of, a lot of our family's blindness.
Yeah, because for example, for our grandma, she had, severe, I think it was severe glaucoma in the end. And, in order to reduce the pressure, like she took some sort of medication, and her pressure went from very high to very low, very, very quickly. And then she kind of lost her vision because of that.
And you know what? I wonder if that's why I lost so much vision in my left eye because after the surgery,
Yeah.
uh, it was really, really low. The pressure was like 3 or 4
Mm.
or 5, somewhere around there. It was under 10, and so I wonder maybe that was one reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then in the Philippines, we have, because aniridia it's genetic, like our family, our cousins have it also. I think we talked about aniridia in another video, right?
Yeah, we did.
So, yeah, so like in the Philippines, it's really hard to, medication can be expensive. It can be
Mm,
really hard to
mhm.
access.
Yeah, and just
So,
medical treatment at all
right.
is expensive and really hard to get.
Right. So for one of our cousins, that was actually a problem. And
Yeah.
then our other cousin, he just had surgery
Mm, mhm,
for his glaucoma. And that was what you were talking about, where they had to make like a drain for him
mhm, mhm.
to reduce his pressure.
Yeah.
Um so actually it would be good to get an update how he's doing. I know it's been crazy because it was.
Here's our reminder to go and do that.
Yeah.
Pick up on family.
You need to put it on Asana too, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
It
We
really
have a
makes.
running joke right now. We put it, I really like Asana, and I've been using it a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, my sister will probably be like, "Too much. She uses it too much." But, but that's how I remember how to do things. Um, by the way,
How.
Alex Chapman
Uh-huh.
says, "My left eye has more vision than the right. My
Mm,
right eye only sees light, whereas my left eye can see colors, outlines, shadows, and stuff
mm,
if there's good contrast." Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, because remember when I was talking about dark mode?
yeah.
Um, there's this thing where people use dark mode or create dark mode
Mhm.
and, high contrast modes, and for me, those are 2 very
Mm,
distinct
different
things. They're
things, yeah.
very
Mhm.
different, okay? The reason why I need dark mode is because I want things to be dark. If I expect things to be a light color
Mhm.
on a dark background,
Yeah,
whether it's a button or any
right.
text. But often they want to highlight a lot of, like, elements. Let's just
Mm,
take
mhm.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Hi,
okay.
YouTube. I love you. But let's say as simple as the
We're doing everything in this live stream, calling out, putting things in our tasks, reminding ourselves to talk to family. Okay, go ahead.
but the subscribe button, it used to be nice
Mhm.
white on red. I could see the red. Like, I
White
can
on
navigate a
red.
lot by color. I'm like, "That red thing, I don't always read it." I'm like, I know what it looks like generally, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like this black on white, and they wanna, like, highlight it, and I'm like, "Okay, but this is so bright on my screen whenever I get there."
Uh-huh.
Um, and I just especially,
Mhm.
let's just say some Microsoft, products that
Mm.
have, high contrast modes where everything is nice, it's black, right? The background's black, but then when
Yeah.
you put your mouse over something,
Oh,
it's this
yes. Okay, yes, I
bright,
know what you're talking about. Yeah, like the bright neon blue or the bright
burning cyan, yes,
yes.
it's like this bright blue, and I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
every time I move from button to button, I feel that it's flashing, like, I l
Yes.
and it just makes me want to turn away and be like, "Ah, my eyes are burning."
Yeah, so, like, I actually was talking to someone about this. It's like, the reason I feel like for dark mode, there's 2 different reasons.
Yeah,
Um, for me, one is, this the reducing the glare because
yeah.
it really does hurt.
Yes, it really does. It's not
It's not a preference, okay? My preference would be, like, to have different
yeah,
like,
you'd want
purple.
things to be purple. That's your
Mhm.
preference.
But see, even that wouldn't be necessarily comfortable, if I
Yeah.
was trying to be productive. No, because it's like, if I'm trying to be creative and artsy, yeah. So yeah, so reduce the glare with the brightness, the strain. Um, but yes, dark mode does bring the high contrast, but we don't want like the contrast to be neon bright.
Mhm.
That kind of
That's
that you're
too
right.
much
Too much.
contrast.
Yeah.
Too much.
I don't know if you call that with us. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that really still contrast? I guess so. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and yeah. Uh, Tough Bifong says, "I had that liquid replacement surgery,
Oh, you
uh,
did.
in both of my eyes several times."
The
That's how do you do that several times? Wow.
well,
Do they have
what
to
what did they put in there?
do they have to redrain it? I'm confused. Like, what is it, like, one time with one eye and one time with the other, or multiple times with one eye?
What did they put
And
in there? I'm
huh?
just what did they replace it with? Is it similar?
Um, I don't remember what they put. It's something. Um,
I'm sure.
I don't remember.
I just really want to
I
say
bet
that.
mom knows. I wonder if she's listening. Hi, mom. Hi, dad.
Hi, mom. Hi, dad.
Okay. Anyway,
Sorry I haven't talked to you all week. Love you.
oh my goodness. Um, um, Duffy Fong says, "I have 2 friends with those kinds of shunts that drains pressure. I'm pretty sure they put those in those in the brain and not the eye." Oh, I have no idea where they put it. I think it's the I don't know. I
No,
think
no,
there's
there
different
that's
types,
2
aren't there?
different
There's 2
I
different
know that
types.
yeah, that's a different thing. That I know
Mm,
like for spina bifida or something because
mhm.
there's yeah, you have to I feel like yeah, we
Yeah, we're the
really
experts,
know.
everybody. You guys okay.
But
This is not medical advice.
yeah, that warning that you get,
Should go back and, like, put that in.
yeah, we
This
really
is
do,
not medical advice.
you know, the content on the show should not replace your doctor's advice. Just like like the lawyer stuff.
No.
Our legal advice should not replace your actual lawyer's legal advice. Yeah,
Please
but
consult your doctor before following any of this advice.
we're not giving advice. We're just trying to figure things out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like those are 2 different things. I definitely know that there's a way that they I think they make a hole. It's
Oh
just
gosh.
getting
Okay, let's just
worse.
stop here. Let's stop here.
To help, like, to increase the opening. Uh, but I really do wanna say the name of the fluid. It's aqueous humor. Do I sound smart
Okay.
or not? And
Yeah.
yes.
So what's the
It's just
difference between the aqueous and the vitreous?
let's ask can we ask ChatGPT or Google or something?
Yeah, let's do that right now. Should I use ChatGPT, Gemini, or Bing? Which
Uh,
one should I use?
I mean, ChatGPT, because I wanna see if it's made up. And then Bing, I wanna see how creative it is,
Bing
and
and ChatGPT should probably be about the same because they're both using GPT-4.
okay.
Okay, let's try it. Let's do Bing because it's a nicer voice. I like it better. What is the difference between the aqueous and the vitreous in the eye? It's thinking. You shouldn't.
The aqueous humor and the vitreous humor are both bodily fluids found in the eye. Let's explore their differences. Aqueous humor. Location. The aqueous humor is located in the front part of the eye.
Great.
Function. It keeps the eye inflated, maintains proper ocular pressure, eye pressure, and provides nourishment. Flow. The aqueous humor flows in and out of the front of the eye,
Mm.
filling both the anterior and posterior chambers. Composition. It mainly consists of water but also contains other components. Role. The aqueous humor helps maintain the shape of the eye. Clinical use. Forensic scientists sometimes analyze the aqueous humor to detect substances not naturally present in the body.
Huh.
Drainage. It leaves the eye through the scleral venous sinus. Vitreous humor. Location. The vitreous humor, also called vitreous fluid, is a clear gel-like substance located between the lens and retina of the eye. It fills the vitreous cavity. Function.
Mm.
It provides nutrients to the eye, helps maintain the eye's shape, and allows light to pass through. Composition. Vitreous humor is more viscous than water but still transparent.
Mm.
Volume. It constitutes about 80% of the eye's volume. Clinical use. Forensic analysis can use vitreous humor to detect
Oh
unexpected
my
substances in a deceased body.
Oh, cool.
Attachment. It adheres
nice.
to the retina
I
at the
didn't
back
learn
of the
that
eye,
watching
allowing
Bones.
light to enter and
Well,
stimulating
that's
vision.
because
In
yeah,
summary, the
by the
aqueous
time it
humor
gets to her,
nourishes and
it's
maintains
all,
eye pressure. The
Okay, let me
vitreous
stop
humor.
it there.
that's Angela's job. No, not Angela. What's her name? Can't the
Pam.
yes,
Pam.
her.
Meal. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Wow,
So,
we're using
yes, it's getting better and better, you know? Um, s
okay.
so, like,
Um,
my kids
somebody
and
said
I
okay, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. I natural observer says
Mhm.
I have the common primary open angle type of glaucoma
Mm,
that doesn't cause any pain, so that can be sneaky. Yeah, that sounds
yeah.
pretty sneaky. My understanding is the narrow angle glaucoma, uh, like you're describing,
Mhm.
causes excruciating pain. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is there a difference between the narrow and the closed? Is narrow a little better than the closed?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
Like, I mean, I know that it could be, like, different, like, the opening can be in different angles, right? Like, it could be, like, super tight
Now
or
we're now we're just
now we're
just
conjecturing, yes.
purely conjecture. Oh my goodness.
But
Sure.
no, like, if it closes all of a sudden, like, that's really bad because there are, like, eye traumas. Like, I did read
Mm.
that, eye traumas, like, you could be perfectly have perfect vision, but then you have some sort of eye trauma, and that is actually could be classified as glaucoma if something's pressing down
Mm.
on your eye, and
Ow.
yeah, and
Yeah.
everything shuts down. Um,
Duff Duffy Fong also says, "Just do my version of dark mode and turn the screen
oh
completely pitch
no!
black." No.
Oh, thank you. I'll pass for now, thanks. I'll pass that accessibility feature.
He also says, "At first, it was only supposed to be temporary liquid that would
Mhm.
improve my vision. and reattach the retina. They realized it wouldn't fix it, so they added permanent liquid. Oh,
Oh.
okay. Huh. I wonder what they use for the liquids.
I don't know.
Um, yeah. Let's see what else. Carrie and Gwen out here giving the best medical advice.
Oh,
No,
yes!
yeah,
For sure. Yes.
absolutely not. Oh, Coda told us to use GPT,
Mhm.
and it's class time.
Uh, yeah. Well, my kids and I, like I said, we did biology homeschooling mom here, and we actually watched the dissection of a cow eye. Yeah, an eye. Really interesting. I don't know if I would have wanted to do that hands on, but their eyes are a lot bigger than ours.
Mm, yeah. Gwen wanted to bring a model of an eye today for the live stream.
No.
She's like, "Oh, I should get a model of the
No,
eye to
like,
show," and I'm like,
and yeah, you
"Okay,
could do the video, video
but"
description. She's
and then she
now
wanted me
home.
to do the audio description, and I'm just like, "Yeah, that's okay."
Well, thankfully, I had too much work to make that happen, so you guys are saved from that. Yeah. I mean, I
Alex
coulda
says
used a basketball, and that's what I was planning to
as long as
do.
we don't use an avocado or something. Crazy how much info you can find out just by asking AI, LOL, says Alex. Yeah. There's there's actually a new hands-free, well, it's newer. It's not exactly new, but an hands-free mode on the ChatGPT
Mhm.
app where it'll just continue keep a conversation going. So like
Oh, wow.
you can ask and then I'll answer and then I'll wait for you to ask. Um yeah, it's interesting. And a new read aloud feature so that it'll just automatically read stuff, but it doesn't work that great with talkback. I like the Bing app because you don't have to do anything. It'll just for whoever, no matter if you use accessibility features or not, it'll just
Mhm.
read it out for you. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You were someone was mentioning, glaucoma that doesn't cause, like, the sneaky one.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I did also read that, you know, there are definitely instances where people don't feel anything at all, and on top of that, you it's not your eyes don't even have, like, high pressure, but somehow your optic nerve is getting damaged, and so it's still considered glaucoma. So that was really
Hmm.
interesting to me that you can have something like that.
It was also interesting to me that you could, like, children, like, very young and infants could also
Mhm.
have glaucoma. I didn't know that.
Yep. And yeah, that's a whole, yeah, then you have the primary, the secondary, and then it could develop, as an infant,
Yeah.
like, kind of its own anomaly.
Bing does have a nice voice, but I'm still not using it. It's not too bad as long as you turn off speech. Um, yeah, it actually is more accessible than the ChatGPT app, in some ways. Um, yeah.
I don't even have the Chat GPT app.
That's because you don't pay for it.
Okay.
But you can get the Bing app.
I do have that.
Oh, okay. Do
Thanks
you use
to
it?
somebody
Uh,
here.
did I install it on your phone?
Yes.
I probably
Like,
installed it on your phone and was like, "Here,
yeah.
use it. Try it." Um, you guys should be glad that I'm not near you guys so that I don't, like, just
She
take your
does.
quarantine.
No, she really, guys. I just want you to know that she
Only because 'cause you're my
really,
sister. Only because 'cause you're my sister and I can.
it's but, my brother does it too, though, but, on my computer. Like,
He's trying to fix stuff, though.
I know, I know,
Slightly
I
different.
know. But also, like, no, he puts pictures.
Oh.
Like, it's really cute and sweet. Like, he puts doggy pictures on the desktop
Mm,
and things like that,
gotcha. Yeah.
and
All
he
right.
thinks, "You might like this." Yeah.
I think that it's time for the
Yes.
Koa after party.
Oh,
That's what I'll call it. I
okay.
don't know. So, I think was it last week? When did I call you and say, "Hey, we passed 3,000 subscribers"?
Oh, yeah.
When
Mhm.
did I call you? I don't know. I call you too
Who
much,
knows,
but
dude? Seriously, are you seriously asking me that?
you're supposed to remember everything. I should have put
Yes.
it in Asana. Uh, but yay! We passed 3,000 subscribers
Woohoo!
on YouTube. Yeah, it's
It's awesome.
been quite the journey and it's been a lot of fun. Um, um, yeah.
So how does
I
it feel?
How does it feel?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like trying to see how fast we can get to like surpass the old channel.
Mm.
That's like my goal. Let's get past that. When we get past that, I'm gonna be like, woo!
That's
Yay!
yeah. That's when
Yeah.
we're gonna throw the party.
Yeah, the real
Okay.
party.
The real party. This is just a before party.
Yeah, the pre-party.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Live Accessible right now has 12,500
What?
subscribers.
Is there any way we can just cut and paste those
I know.
subscribe
I wish that'd be really cool. And there's still people that subscribe every
subscribing?
month, and I'm just like, stop subscribing there. Come over here. I don't know how to get them.
I wish there was like an
But
automatic like forward for that. You know how you like have a you forward your mail or your email automatically?
mm, it would be nice.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
That would be
it would
so
be.
awesome.
That'd be really nice, but that's okay. We'll get there. We're gonna get there, and we're gonna get way past it. So there you go.
Maybe maybe you should just add to every live see here's she like her face just like what is gonna come out of her mouth then I'm gonna you can just re-edit every single live accessible video so that at the end you just add like by
You
the
can't.
way
You'd have to
you have to take it
replace the
down
video, and
and
you
then
can't
put it back
actually do
up.
that.
Lame. Okay.
Yeah. I could replace the audio though, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, could
Maybe
you
not. I don't know.
just like do everything the same way, except when it comes to like, and don't forget to like, subscribe to co-op.
That's
Like,
funny.
just have a voiceover. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, Alex says, "Happy 3K subs. I'm so glad to be a member of this channel. I'm glad I can't read. I'm glad to be part and have a positive impact on the blind community and here to be a bright here's to a bright future. I look forward to many more videos, streams, and projects." Oh, thank you, Alex.
So
That's
nice. Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, and thank you to all the members, all the Patreon members, and all the YouTube channel members. You guys are amazing. I'm just gonna call out a few. And there's Coda, Alex, Jared. I'm just gonna say Jared.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna say Jared.
Are you being
Okay.
nice today? That
Well, I do want to go back and like go through some of these comments though.
let's do it.
Okay, so Joker says, "This is very interesting how a lot of us have one eye that is better than the other. I don't have central vision on my right eye, but I still have it on the left eye. I
Yeah.
feel like for me it's hard to imagine
Yes.
not having central vision. Like
Yeah.
I guess, like, our vision is just kind of bad, but at the same time, like, if I get close enough and if I make it big enough, like,
Yeah.
I'd probably be able to see,
Yeah.
but, like, it's hard when you can't, like, look right in the middle, and you'd
Yeah.
have to what people tell me is, like, they turn their eye ahead or turn their eye, like, a different way to look
Yeah.
at something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I do that a little bit with my right eye. Um, not the very very middle, but like there, I definitely have not just you're describing like an overall kind of a nearsightedness versus
Mhm.
like spots, having blind spots, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
I feel like I have some. They're not like like a big blot. Like yeah, but I feel like some parts of my eye when I turn a certain way, like is clearer than other parts of it. I just don't really like to analyze it.
Yeah. Joker says, uh, "I dissected a cow eye when I was in
Oh,
middle school. It was very fascinating."
wasn't
I
it?
dissected a
Isn't it?
cat in middle school.
Seriously.
No, I don't wanna
It's
talk
really
about this.
interesting.
Alright, I'm out. Goodbye. I'll let
No,
Gwen talk
no,
about all
no.
this dissecting stuff.
It's fascinating. Okay, like an eye. It's I feel like that's harmless. Just anyway, okay, let's not make her leave or us out. Oh, but another comment, like with the comment with the one eye being blind or worse than the other, like glaucoma also works like that. Like you can have a higher pressure on one eye and the other not so bad. Most likely your both eyes are affected, but sometimes one is worse than the other.
Yeah. Oh, Jared was joking apparently about Bing and just wanted to mess,
uh,
with me. Oh, okay. You should
okay.
try it. It's
Yeah.
nice. Uh, just making sure there wasn't something I missed. I love the Bing app. I use it multiple times a day. Yeah, the only thing I do with Bing is Copilot, and if they had a separate app just for the Copilot, I would be using that as opposed to Bing because I don't use Bing for anything else.
I think Bing is good, like, cause I when you look stuff up at Bing, like if you're writing a blog or you're writing something or maybe you're preparing for a live stream, I like that it gives you I just like that it actually it gives you sources and like more accurately the way it lists things.
Yeah.
I just feel like it does. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
I like the way it lists the sources. Like if I ask it to.
So, Coda, I wanna know, do you use Bing, for the Copilot, or do you also use it for searching or for other features, or just basically Copilot? Uh, Jared says, "Carrie, otherwise known as her sister's technical support."
Oh my goodness, guys! Don't even joke about that. That is okay. That's
That was just too real. Okay, that
that's
was
too
very
real.
raw. That was very raw.
That's 98% true because I'm getting better.
She is getting better.
Okay,
I'm so
95.
proud of
I
her.
think it could be 90 now cuz
Okay, I don't know,
I
but you're getting better.
am
You know,
getting
she
better.
she for Christmas, I got her the
She
8
loaded
lady. I got her a lady for the kids, for both kids and, like, one okay, well,
Oh my goodness.
one that was supposed to be for her and her husband, that one is not set up, okay, but she did set up the one for the kids, so kudos
Uh-huh.
to she set up her tile app I don't remember. Did you set up the tile app by
Nah,
yourself?
yeah, you you set it up.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never
But
mind.
I set up the lights
Oh, yeah, you set up the smart light.
and the
She's
watch
getting better.
and the watch
Yep.
and
Oh,
the
okay, yeah.
MP3 player and the
Mhm.
Audible to download to the MP3 player,
Oh,
which you
okay.
need a whole nother step to do
Now
it.
she's just bragging. No, just kidding.
No, because I felt like during Christmas break Like that was what I was doing, and I was like, okay, for example, like the lights, I was like, oh my goodness, like there's just so many things you have to do before you can turn the light on. And I just remember like being really tired. Um, my husband was like fixing the kids got brand new beds for Christmas, so it was like construction after Christmas, and
Construction
setting
zone.
up lots of things and trying to connect the lights to Wi-Fi. It's like it just was so daunting. Like to me, it's like, okay, I can't just screw the lights in. I have to go to the app. I had to name my account. I have to make an account. I have to connect it to my Wi-Fi. Then I have to.
This is just normal.
I,
Oh, this is normal.
oh
You're
my
describing
goodness!
the normal process.
This is when I would be like, I want to be one of those minimalists who just kind of, or those people who just leave me want more natural things.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna be
I enjoy
what do you
it.
call it? Like what mom?
Crunchy mom.
A crunchy
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
it's funny, right?
Joker says, I'm glad my brother never grabs my phone to install apps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guilty.
That's okay because sometimes they're good.
Yeah. So what she does is this thing. Okay. So she goes, so what did you install on my
For real,
phone?
it's so infuriating.
What is this? So why do you do this? And then I'm like, well, all you have to do is XYZ. And then later, like 2 weeks later, to a
Mhm.
month later, she's like, oh, I finally tried this app.
It's more than
Why didn't you tell me about this before?
yes. The funny part is, guys, like as terrible as I am, so like I'm experiencing the other way around where like, for you know, certain situations at work, like, it's like the other way around. It's like, okay, if you do this, it would be a lot easier. XYZ. And they're like, I can't do that. There's no way I could possibly do that. And it's just like
And now she's teaching all
yes,
her
it's like it's
coworkers.
really not that hard. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do this shortcut. You can do this.
Coda also says, yay! And Metis says, hey, congrats! Thanks, guys! Jared also says, that reminds me, when are you going to release more of the recordings of you and your sister's conversations?
Oh my god. Hey,
It'll be surprised.
you know what? I did tell you where something is on Google Docs. I mean
Oh yeah, you
that in
told
itself.
me. Oh yeah, the pageless scrolling, the pageless format. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, let me figure it out. And she's like, oh, I know where it is. And I'm like, oh,
I
okay.
think if I sounded that excited, I was like, "Hey, don't you want this to be pageless?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, where is that?" And I knew where it was. And she was like, "Hey, I like this.
Everybody,
I like that you can tell me where something is."
yeah, everybody clap for Gwen. Good job. So proud. I'm so proud.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, Jared says, won't be long now before Carrie gets one of those YouTube play. No, that's gonna be a long time from now. A
YouTube
YouTube
what?
play button.
Oh, yes. But she will, guys. She
At
totally will.
least she got that name correct. Oh, yeah, Jared. Yep. Hi, Jared. Yes, Jared. Okay, Jared.
Oh my goodness.
Metis
I
says,
don't know, Jared.
I have to look off left or right. Having no central vision is like using binoculars with a broken focus knob.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah.
Alex says they do actually have a separate Copilot app. Oh, they do?
Oh.
Oh, I may just have to uninstall Bing and try that now. Cool. Thanks for
Oh,
telling me, Alex.
nice. Made her happy. She could try something new.
And then I can install it onto your phone. Yay.
Yay. Oh my goodness. Okay,
Both
yeah,
for
and the other things she does, like sometimes she'll set up shortcuts and it will just throw me for like a loop. It's like I have to memorize like all these shortcuts. But then I was like, oh my goodness, that makes it so much easier. How come you didn't show that to me before?
Yeah. See, that's what gets to me, that part. Why didn't you show this to me before? Why didn't you tell me about this before? It kills
Yeah.
me, and she knows it. She knows it so well.
Yeah, I just embrace it. It's all
I
good.
can both embrace it and it kill me at the
And
same
gripe
time.
about it.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I think
can. Absolutely.
yeah,
It's
if you have a brother or a sister, I think you know what the experience is like.
yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Coda said it's both for searching and oh, I already read that. Never mind. It's way better than Google? Wait, wait,
Really?
wait, wait, wait. Rewind.
Mm, she
I'll have
doesn't
to try
believe it.
that. No, I said I'll have to try that. 90%? What's 90?
90%.
You're 90%. I think you're getting better.
She yeah, what I mean to say is she's 90% still my technical
Technical
support.
support. What's
Yes.
better than 100?
It is.
Look at you, Gwen, leveling up.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it has to happen sometime. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know why it's just not as natural to me. Like I was telling her, like I don't have trouble understanding like like okay, let's rewind that. Like I can get it once I start. I feel like once I start doing something or using it or needing it, it's like the need,
Yeah. You
right?
have to need it before you
I
even pay
have to
attention. She does. She
exactly.
does not pay attention to those things, to those things. Not that
Mhm.
she doesn't pay
Like,
attention,
do I
period.
really need, do I really need lights, like different colored lights per
Yes.
se?
Yes, you do. You need it in your life.
Yeah, see, that's on the border.
Your kids enjoy it.
Yeah, they do. But like okay, so do I need that? Probably not. But do I need something that like
And
I can
dim.
take a
What about dimming? Dimming is nice.
no, yeah, for Canny and for Zeb.
Oh,
You like it too, I guess.
I like it depending on what it is, you know? Like, because my lights are pretty bright.
Mhm.
So if I need it bright, like, but if it's just kind of normal or like or or I'm having like a glaucoma headache and I'm like,
Oh,
the light is
true.
so bright. Turn it
Yeah.
off. You
Okay,
know?
okay. So, but my point is, like, do I need it to function? Probably not. But do I need something like WeZoom? Yes. Do I need something like,
Yeah.
where I can take a picture of a sheet and then it will magically turn
Took
into
her forever.
magically turn into a document? Yes.
Forever.
Yes. Do I need that? Yes, I do need that. Do I
Or
need like an extension per se that would turn dark mode on? Yes. And would it be helpful if that extension can have different settings for different
ooh,
sites? And
we well, some of that we discovered together.
yes, these things are what I need. So like I start paying attention.
Mm, yeah.
I like that very much though. It really seriously, it was such a big help for work. Cuz my sister is amazing like that because that, like, really, I mean, I was really having a hard time with something I had to do for work because of the way the website was, and I already have the dark mode, the dark reader.
Yeah. Oh, so really quick, anybody who likes dark mode on and uses Chrome, and I
Yes.
guess it would also work on Edge too. Dark
Okay.
Reader is the best one. I've tried like 10 different ones, and Dark Reader seems to be the one that works the best. You can also do site by site, like, and have different
Yes.
configurations per site. You can adjust the contrast, the brightness. You can even add sepia or grayscale if you want to. And there are different dark modes. That's something that we discovered. You can even change like the font and how bold the font is,
Yeah.
and like have that specific dark mode filter
Yes.
for just like one website. So it's
Yes. And
really, really, really cool.
that is,
Works
like,
well.
made such a big difference because what, like, see, okay, even that, like, I had that, how many years, 2 years, whenever we started using it, whenever you discovered it and then passed it on to me. And the only thing, and I don't know why, like, I did see, oh, there's other things in here, but all I knew was, like, there's an on and off button, and that's good. So then she went and looked through all the different settings with me, um and because when you turn it on, if you don't have it on a certain setting or filter or whatever, sometimes, like, the way the website is, even if you turn the dark mode on, everything is still really hard to see. What do you call
Mhm.
it? Like, the letters are still really.
Yeah, there's just like it puts dark mode, but not enough contrast.
There you go. Yeah, so we adjusted the contrast and it was like magic. Like,
It was
I can
actually the
barely hear
brightness, and we
the
ended up
brightness.
like,
Yeah, the
like
brightness and the contrast made a
yeah.
difference. And the
Mm.
filter too, because sometimes
Sometimes you
it's
actually have to decrease the brightness. You'd think, oh, I need to make it brighter, but sometimes decreasing it and then increasing the contrast and then just playing with it. You just have to play with it. And sometimes, I'm a lot of the time I'm more willing to like, oh, what's that button do? Oh, what does that button do? Oh, let me click on that.
she's not willing. She's happy to do that.
Oh, is that
You
so?
know?
Okay. There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah. So I'm more like, how do I get this to work right away? And, you know, oh, okay. Like, I don't know why I don't, it doesn't dawn on me that if hey, you could do, but I'm getting better. Like, I just, like, look at this setting and check this out and see what this does.
Yeah. Jared says, sounds like Gwen was Carrie's technical support for once. No, I could have figured it out. She just made it faster. Thank you. That was helpful.
Because
I
I
feel the
showed her where, like, oh, look at this, look at this. I still can't see on this website, even if when I turn this on.
yeah. Joker says, I feel the pain of having siblings, specifically as the oldest. Oh, Gwen's the
Oh,
oldest.
ha ha ha. No comment.
No comment. Sometimes she tries to go to like when we meet new people or something, she's like, "Yeah, she's the older sister." I'm like, "What? What are you even talking about?" Oh my goodness. Oh, let me see. I think Meta. Oh, here it is. Meta says it works on Chrome, Firefox, and Edge, as well as on your device for those browsers. So it
Wow, I
works.
didn't realize that it can be on
No,
my phone.
if you use Firefox, it will work on your phone. It'll work on um I think I can't remember. I saw iPad and iPhone when I was looking on the dark mode web page. They have a like a website where they have a list of
Hmm.
what devices you can use it on. But
Yeah.
it's not like you can't get Chrome extensions
Oh,
on the
okay,
phone. You
okay.
sh- you should be great,
Mm.
but you can't. Um, But you could use Firefox, and if you did use Firefox, which I don't really particularly like Firefox, so um, it's it having dark mode is still not enough for me, particularly because I just have a lot of Google accounts,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just the easiest. Chrome is just the easiest to use when you have a lot of Google accounts. Like I
Yeah.
have a work one, and then I have
Yep.
personal one, and then yeah, all this other
Just
stuff.
flipping through,
Yeah,
it's just so easy to like go from one to another and then
yeah,
open all
exactly.
the associated apps for that account and it's already synced.
Exactly, exactly. If I feel like if Edge did that, I would be more willing to do it. That I was looking into the workspaces,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't feel like the same thing, and I just
Mm.
didn't have time or bandwidth to really
What
figure
do
it
you
out.
mean the workspaces?
There's like a workspace option that Dad was telling us about it. And I did look at it for like 2 minutes. Where
Okay. When
yeah.
he was talking about it, I thought you looked at
Mhm.
it more after that.
No, it was about 2 minutes, 2 3 minutes. But it's based on your Microsoft account. And I'm like, I have one Microsoft account, but like,
Yeah.
and it sounded like it was more for larger corporations and businesses.
Yeah.
And it was just not what I was looking for. You need more green lights. Guess
Green.
who said that? Tell me who you think said that.
Uh, right now?
Oh, come on. I'll give you one
Jared?
cat. Yes.
Jared, yes.
There you go. Coda says,
Haha.
I don't like lights, they hurt, which is ironic. Ironic considering it's about all I can see. Yeah, I totally get that. I can understand that.
What? I didn't
That she
catch
doesn't
that.
like lights, even though that's all she can see, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It
Isn't that
works on
yeah.
Chrome, Firefox. Oh, okay, I've already read that one. Sorry.
It's kind of like I love the sunlight and it's like it makes you really happy and cheerful and everything, but it's really hard to the glare from it could be really hard.
and And that's why I don't actually like sunlight. Like,
I
this
love
is
sunlight.
something that we talk about, like, me and my sister. She's
Mm.
like, "Where's the sunlight?" I'm like,
Oh,
"No, not the sunlight," because that's just too much glare for me. Like, I like the lights that I can adjust.
so she would be happy to be like in a office with different lightings, like one of those offices that are like in the middle of like there's no window but there's different lightings, or like I just saw a short on this. She would be okay in a cruise ship that had like have these screens of what it looks like outside.
Mm. See, okay,
But
wait,
not
wait. Let's
me.
just back up, okay?
Uh-huh.
I like sunlight. I don't like
Dude,
the
you
glare
totally
of the
just said.
sunlight when I'm inside, um, because it just makes
Mhm.
things too bright. And if we had like what we had in New Jersey, remember like the filtered
Oh
light,
yeah.
like the filtered, um, it kind of looks like the sunlight is going through wax paper, except prettier, much prettier.
Yeah.
It's more diffused. Then I like that. I like that. That's fine with me. It's really
I
just
need
the
the
glare that
actual
I don't
sun.
like. Huh?
Like I like to see the sun.
I like to see the
Unfiltered.
sun outside as long as I have sunglasses or I'm prepared to like for the sun. I have to be prepared for the sun.
Yeah, like I don't I yeah, there's some cases where I was like, okay, like, I can't do it right now. Like my eyes are killing me. But generally speaking, like I'll do a little bit of discomfort with the glare and have the sun pouring into the room. I
See,
really
like
like that.
if I was just sitting on the couch,
Mhm.
sitting on my hands,
Oh yeah. What
if
the
I was
heck?
just
Stop it.
if I was just like just not really doing anything and just relaxing, see, I don't mind it as much. But if I'm trying to work and see things, then it's too hard for me.
Well, I never work and do things. It's all good. Sun can just come in here anytime and brighten my day. And you know what? It's like literally the way our house is like this in the living room. The sun pours in from two windows, and in the morning we have all the animals plus my son like sunbathing in the living room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, like their sunspots, right?
their sunspots. They go to all their sunspots. Like life would just not be the same if there was no sunspot. Sorry, like I can't have muted windows. There has to be places in the house where it can just come in.
Yeah. You know what? What kills me is like, okay, so the best way that I found for my room and like the office and the computer and the camera and blah blah blah
Mhm.
is like with the window behind me. But in the
Mm.
afternoon, the
Yeah,
sun comes around.
yeah.
And I just have blinds. I don't have curtains, and I keep wanting to get curtains. Um, but it just hasn't happened. And then it's like this white bright strip of like
Mm.
line
Where
down
does
my
it fall to?
screen. It's on my computer monitor.
Oh,
And I
okay.
like literally watch it as it goes from the left side of my monitor and travels to the right side of my monitor. I'm like,
It's like
when is this going to go away?
it's your sundial reminding you that there's life beyond the screen. Yeah, you know?
Meta says, though it doesn't play well with Amazon pictures all the time. So I would want to know if you could try one of the other filters, and I wonder how it does, if it does any
Oh,
better
yes. We haven't
with
tried.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I should
something that
try that.
yeah, we'll have to all try that.
You will try that. When I say we should try that, I really mean you should try it. And if it works great, I'll
And then
try
what?
it too eventually. Thank you.
So there's actually a what do you call it? An option
Hmm.
on your phone
On my
on
phone?
Android, where if
Okay.
you go into developer settings, okay, don't freak out, calm down, it's okay.
I'm
If you
calm.
go into your developer settings, there's a toggle that's called Force Dark Mode.
Oh, where's that?
And wait. And the reason why I haven't told you about it is
Mhm.
because it does like wonky things and it doesn't apply everywhere.
Okay,
And then
don't.
it does like
Never mind.
weird things sometimes where like it'll like make certain parts dark mode and certain parts you won't be able to see anymore.
Oh
Like
yeah.
just like that web page that we were talking about where
Yes.
it
Where
doesn't
I
show.
yes. Certain
Yeah, it
parts.
doesn't show anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened for work, and literally I freaked out because I thought, "Oh my goodness, everything disappeared. There's just this big black thing where all the things I wrote are supposed to be there." But yeah, it was just the dark reader extension and the wrong filter.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm. By the way, it looks better with the static.
Oh, you're playing with it now, aren't you?
I'm just checking. I'm
She's
just
just like,
checking.
let me see.
I'm just looking at you right now. I'm just looking.
Live,
It looks a
testing it
little
live. Uh-huh.
okay. I'll have to play with it more later. Okay. Now I'll have to look at it later. But yeah. Let's see what the next comment says. Joker says, my mom tells me I should get out during the day for the sun, but I hate the sunlight. It just makes everything too bright, making it harder to see, and my eyes end up squinting and not liking it. Yeah. So I try, I'm going to put that in quotes, try
Mhm.
to wear sunglasses.
She tries.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah.
And like they help with the glare,
Yeah.
but then it makes it too dark and
And they
like
can't see anything. And
yeah,
that's why I don't wear it. I'm like, it's like which one would you rather? Would you rather not be able to see because everything's glaring at you, or would you rather not be able to see because it's dark?
yeah,
So
exactly.
So it's like we almost like need just, you know how like you can adjust. We need sunglasses that are just very, very light.
Dimmable sunglasses. Yeah, there you go. Somebody invent that. Like,
I'm sure they have. Like,
what is it like $1,000 or something?
I don't know.
Maybe.
They have. I'm sure you can. Let's look it up on Amazon. I'm sure there's something not dimmable, but there's something just very light.
Well, that's why you have like different percentages, right? Like when I worked at the optical center, like
Mhm.
there were percentages. You could get like 90 or 70. I don't remember the numbers actually.
Yeah.
40, whatever. I remember that there were different percentages of like how dark your shades were.
Right.
But the thing is, it depends on the lighting. If it's
Oh,
sunny,
you're
if it's
right.
really sunny, I
You're
want it a
right.
little darker. But if it's overcast, but like
Mm,
partially
I didn't think about that.
the sun is kind of trying to peek out, but it's not too bright, then I don't want it that dark. So maybe it makes me feel like I'm being picky, but like
Yeah, too bad you
yeah,
can't just adjust it. Like, you know.
yeah, yeah, adjustable tint. I want an
Guys,
adjustable tint.
anyone listening to this, do you hear that? That's what we need next. Adjustable sunglasses.
Yeah. Any entrepreneurs here?
That's what I mean. Like I'm calling on
Let's
all.
work together. Come on.
Let's do
You
this.
gotta
Come
patent
on.
it before you make it.
And then let's
There's
create
some
an
royal-
app to go along with that. So, we can just like the lights that I have to you can adjust it and you can adjust the color and the
That'd be
brightness.
kind of cool.
I
That's
tell you.
cool.
I mean, seriously. That's right along with my, holographic clothing. Sorry.
Okay. No, 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 no. We need to tell
Okay,
them. Okay. Okay. Just remember, everybody. This is Koa After Party. All right. So
yes.
if you're
Yes.
looking for anything with glaucoma, go rewind the video. But
Yes, go back. Go back.
our inventions. Okay, since we were young, I don't know how old we were, but
That was all me, dude.
no, no,
Tell
no, not the holographic one.
okay,
Okay,
which
wait,
one?
wait. So we have this ongoing fictional invention where I'm
Yes.
like, "Oh, I cooked this thing,"
Send
you
it
know?
over.
And then we'll send it over through the microwave. So our like thing is like you open the microwave, you put in whatever you want to send, and you close it, and then you like, I don't know, press a button, and then it just goes and then zaps over to Gwen.
It's kind of like you're emailing me your food, you know?
Oh my goodness, yeah. It'd be funny. At least,
But
they could invent a way to teleport food and inanimate objects because, if it gets splinched or whatever
it's
the
okay,
more
it's not
scientific term is, then it'll be okay because
It
it's just
will, yeah.
inanimate.
It's yeah. Yeah. But my idea was for like wait. Now I'm like, do I really want to tell everyone my idea?
They already have it. I forgot to tell you the other day. Didn't you send
Well,
me the video?
yeah, I did see a video. Okay, so my,
Okay.
my idea was like you would buy like a hoodie, right? You would buy a hoodie, but like, along with that hoodie, you could customize the design. Like so you go on like the app and you would buy the different designs and you would load it into your hoodie and like you would have one hoodie with multiple designs so that you're not you don't have to get like three different hoodies with different designs. You can have limitless designs for one piece of clothing.
Imagine the licensing. It's like, if you want
Yes.
holographic on your holographic
Yes.
hoodie.
Yes. Isn't it brilliant? Seriously.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get there. It's definitely more likely than the microwave one, which kind of makes me sad because I would prefer the microwave one.
Yeah, that and like, a closet where
Oh.
literally you just pop all your your laundry into, and it magically washes, folds everything,
And puts it away. Don't forget
and
to put
puts it
it
away.
away.
Yes. Maybe it could just turn into like a pod, so everyone in the house, it could just be a centralized closet, and everyone in the house could just have like these little cubes of clothes, and you somehow decompress it. You put it in a chamber and it decompresses and makes it ready for you. But then, but then when you're finished with it, you just put it in a hole, it washes it, and then it compresses it into this little tiny pod, and then it could be put away. So there's not like draping of the clothes everywhere.
Mm.
Okay, well,
It should also have like a sensor. Any clothes that like fall on the floor, it
mhm.
auto like the AI robot or whatever just like zaps it into where it needs to go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we obviously have children that and just
Don't
other
we?
people that
And other people. Yes, and ourselves, by the way.
Okay, yes, and ourselves too.
Yes.
Coda says Goldilocks. Okay, and Jared says now Carrie needs adaptive sunglasses.
Yes. Somebody needs to work on that.
Let's see here.
When I mean
Alex
somebody, I
says
mean you.
a
Go ahead.
holographic clothing is an overkill.
Really?
Alex
I mean, seriously, okay, like literally, think about like how much an app costs. $2, $1? You get a nice design for like $5 versus like getting another hoodie for like $30, $50. Well, you could tell that I don't really shop for clothes
That's
because I'm
funny.
sure hoodies cost more than that. Or like a
Jared
dress.
says Carrie will be the project manager of this whole endeavor. Oh, Gwen can be the project manager. I
So,
can do other
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so like there was a YouTube where they have it for a dress.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
okay, so you were the one who sent me that. Mm.
you can change. No, I think you sent it to me going like, "Look, they do have your idea." So
Oh, I sent it to you?
it's a dress and it
Oh.
changes patterns. Like it can change patterns. And I
Yeah.
don't know like how I didn't really look into like how it's doing that. But I know like for the military, they have things like that for like camouflaging and things like that. So maybe that hoodie would be way more expensive. I don't know. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Let's see here. Isn't joke Carrie is giving me ideas for a live on what is that? Bardet Bidal Syndrome Day on
Oh, what
September.
is
Oh yeah, go do it.
that? Who wrote
That's
that?
Joker. Mhm.
Okay.
Isn't that just NFTs?
There you go. I mean,
I, I
yeah.
at least it's corresponding with something physical, as if well, NFTs is just like nothing.
Well, I don't want people not to wear anything and have
Yeah,
that kind
yeah.
of holographic
Oh
clothing.
gosh, and then
That
oh
would not
no.
be good. Can you imagine the fail for that?
Hey, that was
Uh,
your first prototype, okay? I
whatever.
remember. That was your first prototype. We're gonna throw you under the bus.
I No, that was Kenny. He misinterpreted what I was trying to say. Yeah, imagine like your battery runs out and like yeah, that was
Oh gosh. What Gwen is talking about reminds me of a Black Mirror episode, except everything was online and digital. Yeah.
what?
Imagine this. Okay. For anybody who's watched Dragon Ball, and I can't remember if it's in Dragon Ball Z, but Bulma and her dad's company, I can't remember his name right now, but like they have like those little pills, those little capsules, and you
Mhm.
just kind of throw them, and they become
Mm.
like food or like houses or like
Oh,
vehicles. Now that would be really cool. Somebody needs to really invent that.
really? Like
Alex.
what was today? I said we need something where like we press a button and a an office automatically just unbox around us
Oh yeah.
with exactly all the right settings, like with our computer and all the right settings. So like, and and we could literally be anywhere and then all of a sudden this cube, you press this button and this cube would just appear around you and you have a perfect workspace.
I mean, it could just be basically like a doorway into your office, like a warp thing, and then
Oh,
you could still like look. Maybe you could even have like windows, or you could, or people can't look in,
I got it.
but you can like look out and see the kids.
So you wanna wait, do you want a portal? Like a portal?
Kind of like a portal. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or are you talking about a TARDIS? I think you're
Maybe
talking
a
about
TARDIS.
TARDIS.
I don't know,
Yeah,
one of them. Either could
definitely thought
work.
sounds more like a TARDIS where you
Yeah.
just blend into the background.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
totally go in and cause like, okay, they say you can open your laptop and sit anywhere. No, no, I want my chair, my
It's like the
desk.
Apple Vision Pro, that's what it wants to do, isn't it? It's like you just put it on and you have your workspace right there.
Yeah.
Now soundproofing just needs to come out, like, all over while you,
Mhm.
like, use the Vision Pro or whatever.
Soundproofing,
Did
and
you
I guess
know
for
did you
you
know that they have,
mhm,
like, this weird device, okay, for gamers, okay?
uh-huh,
It's like this weird thing. It's a mask over your face, but it's, like, electronic, and so, like, you can talk,
mhm.
and it, like, dampens the noise so people can't hear you. So you can, like, talk and
Okay. Can you
yeah,
breathe? Like, can you
you
what
can
does the
breathe, you
mask
can
look
breathe.
like?
I don't know what it looks like, but you can breathe, you can, do
Oh,
all sorts of things,
that's scary.
and then you can, like, talk to the group that you're playing a game with
Mhm.
without
And
bothering people around you.
my well, I was just gonna say, by the way, so for you, you need the soundproofing for the Apple Vision Pro, and also you need anti-gravity. So you won't be heavy.
Oh gosh, yes, please. So heavy, I don't know why. Anyway, Alex says, speaking of things that just so happen to help some of us with limited vision,
Mhm,
me and others at college were those white plastic aprons that
mhm.
contrast well due to the material. Oh,
What is that?
I'm
It
not sure. Like white aprons? I feel like white is just too bright though for me. But what do you use it for? Alex says, and YouTube is being annoying with the character limits in chat. Yeah, that's not me.
Oh,
That's
really?
YouTube. Sorry. um, Coda says you guys are thinking way in the
Are
future.
we? Are we?
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it really? Come
Is
on.
it?
I don't think it's
I mean,
too
um,
much in the
we
future.
didn't get we didn't get, like, your individual hovercrafts, but we did
Those would be so cool. It's like let's just skip the self-driving cars and just go to the self-driving hover cars. Oh, that's so
and, but we did get AI. I mean, 'cause, if you watch, like, sci-fi stuff from way like, Kenny was talking about this, like,
cool.
everyone would have things, and they still had, like, buttons and things, lots and lots of buttons,
Mhm.
but now it's all, like, AI, like he was
Yeah.
showing, like, how outdated that was. Um, well, who knows? Hovercrafts. I feel like that's better
R
than self-driving cars.
R.I.P. Toriyama?
What
What's
is that?
Toriyama? Not sure what that is. Good. Also says Bulma's dad's name was Dr. Briefs. Oh, I would love if they have invented capsule corp technology. Oh yes, there you go.
There you go.
Thank you. Coda says it's creative.
Mhm.
And
It is.
Alex says they basically are those aprons that you see a lot in places like school, colleges, and similar places. They used to be used a lot more years ago, but I'm basically trying to raise awareness of them.
What are they called? So I can see it?
Aprons?
Huh?
Aprons?
No, like brand or
Like,
type
is there a brand or a type? Like, do you just. I'm very confused. What's an apron? Like, when I think of that, it's like a chef apron, like what you wear, right? Like,
for the kitchen?
in
Yeah.
the kitchen? Like, are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah,
I don't know. Now people associate them a lot with hospitals, but they have more advantages than just being used in okay, aprons hospital. I don't know that they use aprons in hospitals. At least not what I'm thinking of when I
are
think
you
of
talking about
apron.
like the gowns like that we have to put over? Is that
Like
what that is?
scrubs? Like scrubs? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Joker says they're not white aprons. I believe he's talking more about the aprons for painting that are usually translucent and plastic. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay. The author of Dragon Ball Z just recently passed from cancer.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
yeah. Oh.
I love Dragon Ball. That was my favorite. Um yeah. So it's actually already 9:55. Wow.
Oh,
I can't
wow.
believe it's been almost 2 hours already. So I think we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much everybody for joining us for the talking about glaucoma and for our little after party. And it was a lot of fun. Thanks, Gwen, for joining me. It's definitely been a lot of fun. We should try to do these like maybe once a month ish.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you guys want Gwen back? Should she
Oh,
come again?
boy.
I'm gonna ask the audience.
Oh, my
Let's
goodness.
vote on it. Do you guys want Gwen to come again?
What? I
Oh
definitely
my
have a lot of fun, and,
goodness.
I like hearing from everyone from the chat and hearing what they think. Pretty cool. I'll definitely come back, whether you guys want me to or not. Just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, you guys don't have a choice.
So, yeah. So,
Oh my goodness. Okay, they're saying yes.
okay, good. Phew.
Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. And I may or may not be going live next week or the week after to well, I have to figure out the scheduling. Well, I will let you guys
You have
know.
to
But
look at
thanks
her
everybody.
Asana.
What?
Yeah. You have to
Um,
look at your calendars.
I have to look at my Sana and my calendar. Yeah. There you go. And then I have to talk and coordinate. All
Yeah.
right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.
Bye.